Alright, hey guys, how's it going? I know the beginning was a little funky there, but hey, sorry, still working all this stuff out. Give me 1 second, I just need to pull up some stuff, make sure I have everything right here, you know what I mean? I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing, so please forgive me. And let's see here, live streaming. Open. And for whatever reason now, I have nothing here. Huh. Let me try this. Oh, here we go. Wow. I am lagging horribly here. Wow. I am lagging horribly here. My video quality is crap. My video quality is crap. Alright, well hey, I see somebody stopped in here. Alright, well hey, I see somebody stopped in here. Alright, please forgive the video quality here. I don't know what's going on. I should have a 7 megabyte up, and it looks like I am streaming in about, what is this? Well, I'm showing 360. See if I can get 720 here. Yeah. A little bit better. Alright. Anyway, I put together this live stream because I want to talk to you guys, my audience, my subscribers, about some changes I'm looking to do. Here over the last little while, I had a pretty wild 4th of July weekend. I got behind on a couple videos, stuff like that. Life happens. But I took some time, I watched a couple videos about your analytics and your viewer retention. And I found that my viewer retention tanks horribly. And I've always had kind of low numbers, but I still put out my 3 stories every day. I wanted to know your feelings on me only doing, say, 1 a day, or possibly 2 separate videos, 1 in the morning, 1 out at night. They'd be easy enough for me to film. I could film them at the same time and just disperse them between 2 different settings. The reason I'm thinking about this is when I'm producing quality of the content that I'm producing, when I'm producing content of the quality that I'm shooting for, I look at other teams that do this, and I say teams because that's what they are. You look at other people like, Today I Learned, or Today I Found Out. There's a good example. There's a guy who has 6 people working on 1 story every other day. And I'm putting out 3 stories per day, 5 days a week, by myself without a team. The other people I like to compare myself to, if you will, would be spots like SciShow. And I mean, their team's probably 15 people strong. And even when you come down to these smaller networks like Scarce, he's one of those guys who talks about YouTube drama all the time. He's got a multi-person team just to sit and talk about what he saw on Twitter. I've put myself in a position now where I can't handle the workload I've given myself. I've done this to myself a lot of times in life. I take on more than I can, 16 hours a day into making a video and a little bit of promotion. And my day's done. This is what my life has become, is YouTube. I spend my weekends generally doing promotions, finding new spots to promote at, trying to get my name out there and trying to grow this thing. And I just wanted to know from you guys what you thought, what you felt about me cutting back. Would it take away from the show if I didn't do 3 pieces per episode? Maybe only did 1 and do 2 episodes a day, or just do 1 episode a day. Let me know what you think. Also, with the way YouTube is promoting channels now, it seems to be that they want daily content. And I see that in my uploads, actually. When I do 5 days in a week, missing Saturday and Sunday, all my numbers drop in the beginning of next week until I get a couple days of videos out, and then they pick up. That weekend comes and they drop again. So with doing a single episode per day, I could do 7 days worth of content and schedule uploads for Friday or for Saturday and Sunday, which would help me out a lot too. I want to know what your opinions are, though. Should I keep going with this? Should I change it up? Should I can't figure out how to hire anybody. I did put an ad out looking for a helper, basically worded like an intern, and I got a reply on it. I got several replies. A bunch of them I think were scammers, and there was one that seemed pretty hyped about it. And then when I actually talked to the guy, he ended up being a 14-year-old kid, and I can't. I'm sorry. There's smart 14-year-olds out there and everything, but I can't trust the future of my income with a 14-year-old. You know what I mean? Ah, Will, you're the one watching. All right. Yeah, you know, it's funny. You're one of my oldest subscribers. And see, that's kind of what I was thinking there, too. You know, as far as YouTube is concerned, they don't care about quantity. Or they don't care about quality. They want to push quantity of product on people. And like I said in the beginning, my retention drops off after my first story. It's amazing to see my analytics chart. It runs, you know, you get the initial drop in the beginning, and then it runs along, and then boom, it plummets after my first story. Runs along a little bit more and just tapers off to dead. And it's like my other two stories aren't even worth doing, you know? Yo, what's up, Tech? And, but yeah, I wanted to do this. I was going to do this as a quick live stream, see how many people popped in to, you know, talk about this. And, Tech, what do you think? I'm thinking about cutting my channel down to one video, or one story per video, possibly 2 videos a day. You know, I've got 2 of you guys here, 3 now. What do you think about this? Is 2 videos a day too much? Would it be annoying for your phone to be going off twice a day saying that, hey, Zach uploaded content? Because to me, that might even get annoying coming from a creator. What do you think? That is a weird one to have to consider, isn't it? But like I said, even before I change up my whole format, I wanted to make sure it was okay with you guys. Well, I don't know. That's what this live stream was about. I don't really have anything scheduled here, anything I really worked on. There's no skits, no, you know, dancing or anything like that. I'm just really nervous because I don't want to alienate the people who've been with me for a while, like Will, you know, with any of my subscribers. You guys are awesome, and you subscribed me for a reason, and I don't want to go changing the reason that you subscribed to me. So I'm going to post this out as a video. I'm going to let it sit for a couple days. I am going to be taking, what is today, Wednesday? We'll see what comes about tomorrow. I might take the rest of the week off, actually. I've had a bunch of stuff come up. Shoot, I've got to mow my yard even. I haven't done that now in a couple weeks because I just don't have the time to do it. And we'll see what I can get out, if I can get some videos out here. But I want to leave this one up. I want as many of you guys to watch this as possible. And, you know, let me know what you think. Oh, I got some questions here. Okay, great. Yeah, you guys both feel the same way I kind of do about that then. It was an idea I was bouncing around my head, you know, like doing 2 a day does kind of seem like overkill, doesn't it? But it would also kind of give YouTube their quantity thing as well. And it's so hard trying to second guess a computer, isn't it? Like, you got to try to figure out what this algorithm wants, and there's 100 channels out there that'll tell you they know what the algorithm wants, but I don't think anybody really does. And yeah, that's tech, definitely, man. Friggin', if you put out too much content, people can't watch it all. And that's even where I was kind of concerned about doing 7 days a week, you know? How often do people really want to see my face on the screen in front of them? You know, like, okay, it's cool when I have something cool to talk about, but that's partially why I don't do vlogs either, because I don't have anything to talk about. What do you want me to tell you about? You know, oh yeah, hey, today I mowed the yard, and well, tomorrow I'm gonna build a fire pit. So that's what I'm doing, you know. See, Tech, I agree with that, and I think we had this talk the other day, where when I started this, I wanted to do content I wanted to do 5 pieces a day. I wanted to be 7 days a week. I really wanted to crush it here on YouTube. And I didn't realize until I started doing the actual research and the actual work behind it, the amount of time it actually takes to put these things together, you know? And then I started looking into these different people like, oh, well, how the heck does Hank Green do this? How can he put out this much content and I can't? I don't get it. Well, then you look into his company and stuff, and I mean, there's a lot more going on with Hank Green than just SciShow and SciShow Space. I think they have SciShow Psychology now, too. There's more going on with that guy than just that. But there's like 20 people listed as, you know, they've got secretaries and everything, though. I don't need a secretary. But yeah, I bit off more than I could chew, I think, is what I'm coming up with. And I just don't want to alienate the people that already like what I do. Right. Yeah, well, that's kind of what I'm thinking, too. And, well, that's another problem I seem to be running into as well. You guys have seen my thumbnails, and even the way I have to do my titles and stuff. My thumbnail represents one story out of the 3 that I have in there. So when people are searching for something, and they find my thumbnail comes up for what they're looking for, they click on it. But I'm wasting so many tags and so many words in my title and in my description describing 2 other stories that don't gain any traction, you know? Because, like, if something pops up for a fighter jet and you're looking about a robot that helps take care of people, well, you're not going to click on the fighter jet if that was my first story. So I think by doing 1 story per show would also open up all 100 characters of the title. So that way I could put more words in there to rank higher in search. And I could focus all 500 of my characters on just that one topic instead of trying to split my tags between 3 different topics as well. And Will, that 1 to 3 days thing, I was watching a show on Veritasium. Veritasium? Yeah, I think it was, the other day, and he's at a point now where he's trying to put out daily content as well. This is a guy who put out mega pieces, you know, twice a month, once a month, maybe 3 times a month. And he found that putting out, he's been doing a lot of different research here, that if it doesn't gain traction in the first 24 hours, his videos are suffering. Now, this is a guy with, I don't know, maybe over 1 million subs. I'm not sure the number. He's been around for a long time. I've been watching his stuff for a long time. And he was even... That's part of where I started thinking about this, is he's even going that YouTube doesn't value quality anymore. They want quantity. And a lot of it is done in a 24-hour time period, according to him, from what he's seen of it, you know? Good point, Tech. Good point, yeah. I can see that, you know, if certain videos getting a lot of views, I know what it's for then. And that's something that would really help out a lot too. And I have noticed that in my analytics. Sometimes, you know, I've got a story, my second story in is enough to keep people interested. My drop-off isn't quite as much of a cliff, but it's still pretty cliffy. You know, it's kind of funny. And I've tried a lot of different things to keep people interested, and it just doesn't seem to be working, you know? Well... I'll tell you what, guys, I agree with what you're saying. So far, it seems like you guys are cool with this. Like I said before, I do want to get this out. I have, and it's kind of funny, I'm up to, well, I've lost some subscribers here over the last couple of days, too. I think it's because I wasn't being consistent here recently. I'm down to 110 subs, so, I mean, I'm stoked that I hit my 100 mark. And I now feel like I owe them something, you know, like where, yeah, you create the content you want and people will follow. I agree with that, but at this point, these people have been with me, and I definitely owe them something. I owe them at least some input on our channel, because at this point, it's not just my channel, it's our channel, you know what I mean? Well, I'll tell you what here. If you guys have anything else you want to add to this, let me know. I'm going to bounce off. I'll tell you what, I hate doing this live. I'm actually sweating right now. I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm kind of nervous, fidgety, and stuff like that. It's so much easier just talking to a camera and knowing I can edit out the ums and uhs and these and stuff. But hey, you got to get comfortable, you know? But yeah, I'm going to call it a show. I'm going to call it quits here. I didn't really expect that many people to stop in. Well, we have a third one now. Hey, how's it going? I'm not sure who just popped in. If you're one of my subs, the whole point of this is, what do you think? One show per, or one topic per show? Or do I stay with my 3 topics per show format I already have? Doing 3 is kind of killing me. It's a lot of work, and it's really not paying off in my analytics. If you have anything to add, go ahead and drop that in there. And thanks, guys. I guess that other person left. There were 3 viewers at one point. But, alright. Thanks, guys. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for your support. That's awesome. And, you know, that is something I want to do, too, eventually here. I'd like to do a weekly live stream to, like, talk about the stuff. And I keep saying I'm going to do it, and I keep saying I'm going to do it, and I just haven't gotten around to doing it. Because there's a lot more to this than just going, oh, yeah, hey, I'm doing it, you know? But, alright, guys. I'll catch you later. Thanks for popping in. And, now I've got to get all messy here with, shutting this off, because I'm using my cell phone to record this with, because I can't figure out that OBS thing. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Be safe.